I grew up in an average home, not rich, not poor. But at least my parents could afford food, clothing, shelter, and education for their children. In my own family, especially whenever my dad is around, watching news at 10 was not an option. You just literally have to watch it, except you pretend to be asleep. You know that tan 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 sound was a constant sound in my house.
Independent television.
AIT. Because you literally have to watch from AIT to NTA to STV to just almost all the channels. You literally have to watch news at 10, and the news at that point in time was more of domestic violence towards women and children. I was not even up to 10 years old when I became so pissed off at how women and children were treated in our society. I wanted to become a lawyer. I wanted to become a senior advocate of Nigeria. Not because I wanted to become a lawyer, but because I wanted to be in that position where I could fight for the right of the women and children in our society. So I grew up more in my masculine energy because I feel I want to fight for the right of these people. I myself have to be quite defensive. So I grew up in a society where I was quite defensive, and just to let you know, I grew up in a liberal home. There's nothing like a woman, a man in my house. No, we are all treated equally. We are all treated with freedom in my home. But I was looking at it from the standpoint of my society. In the typical African society, women are often seen but not heard, which pisses me off a lot, especially when you read that book, Purple Hibiscus by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. So I was just naturally defensive. I lean more towards my masculine energy than into my feminine energy. Until I got into my first relationship. I just couldn't even bring myself to behave like a feminine woman. So instead of me leaning more into my feminine energy, I was more of like a feminist, a natural feminist. I didn't even know that anything like feminist was existing ever since I was a feminist.
There was a time when there was a need for feminism, first wave feminism, right? But first wave feminists would want nothing to do with third wave feminists, which is where we're at today, right? Women that think that actually first wave feminists, you could argue, envied men, right? They wanted to be able to go to work. They wanted to have that option to be something outside of the home, right? Now we have that option, and we're being told the exact opposite, which is
times, in order to be fully who God has created you to be, you must first lean greatly into what He has actually created you to be. You're a woman, you're a nurturer, you're a lover, you're a giver, you're a mother, you're a wife. So don't try to prove what you already have. So one thing I just discovered is that most women these days, we are trying to prove what we already are. You're already powerful. For you to be able to do all these things, you're already a powerful woman. So we try to compete with men. So it's beginning to look like men are the problem, women are the solution, instead of each and every one of us to lean into our energy. And this is beginning even to affect how we view others, and that is why I'm making this video, just to clear the air. So the young women coming up, being a feminist is good if you are doing it for the right purpose. The first tier of feminists, not for women, because women were not allowed in some certain jobs, they thought that women should be given the opportunity to work in certain places. But this third tier feminists, I don't know, it's more of like you're trying to compete with the man in your home. You want the men to act the way you want them to act. You want to tell the man, you should do this to me, you should do that to me. And the fact remains, our energy are different. Both men and women have masculine and feminine energy, but it depends on the one you choose to use the most. And as a woman, in order for you to actually fully maximize what God has created you to be, you need to start leaning towards your feminine energy as a woman. I remembered when I had to go to the market. My mommy sells some homemade products. I remember when I had to go to the market to sell my mother's products to the people in the market. I have to carry the goods on my head, on my hands. At that moment, I have to put on my masculine energy. Learning how to balance your masculine and your feminine energy is so important as a woman and also as a man. So I'm making this video to all the young women out there who are as ambitious as me, who get pissed off or triggered by how women are treated in the society. Truly, we live in a patriarchal society. So do not lose your beautiful femininity in this society we find ourselves. Okay, lean towards your beautiful femininity. Femininity looks like weakness in this society, but because even something right will look wrong when it is not appreciated and when it is not done or when it is not in the right environment. But do not lose your beautiful femininity in this environment and begin to lean more into your femininity in order to be the best that God has created you to be. Thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Salah Okweolowa, and if you're an OG, you know, you call me up with the Talk Engineer, okay? You can follow me on my Instagram page at Talk to a PP. I want you to like, subscribe, and comment down below what your femininity journey is like and how you are able to start tapping into who God has truly created you to be. Thank you so much for watching this video. Bye.